There are things we do for ourselves. And then there are things that give real meaning to life. Those are the things we do for others.
I really think it's our duty. I don't think we have a choice. I'm giving back everything I can now, as much as I can, because I realize that we have a finite life and we should make the most of it. And then I saw Vita Living's ad, so I went there thinking, okay, my tithing is supposed to be 10%, and so I'll do 1 day a week. I'll give 20%. Well, that only lasted for 1 day. Now I do 3 to 5 days a week. So when I looked at Vita Living, I looked at the clients, there was just no question. These people need help. They need people to help provide for them.
This morning, Dennis Davis and his friends, other Vita Living clients, are heading off in the van for their daily activities. They'll be away from the Beechnut House for a while. Just then, Dan Elise and his fellow volunteer Steve arrived to lay a bedroom floor at the house. Dan purchased the flooring himself. He's donating both his time and the materials. This is going to be a surprise for Dennis, who became Vita Living's first client almost 30 years ago.
We're going to run from front to back this way.
Dan and Steve do great work, but for this to happen as planned, they also have to work fast.
And we're starting now, and we have till 3 o'clock to be finished, lock, stock, and barrel. Ready to get started?
Watching men and women give of themselves this way, Dennis's sister couldn't be more grateful to this organization, especially the way things started when Dennis was a child.
Dennis was 9 years old when he was placed in an institution. There was a social worker. She said, I just had contact with a woman, which happened to be Renee Wallace. And I just feel like that was God's provision. Dennis was the first person to move into Vita Living. You know, he needed a place to be for the rest of his life, and I feel like this is the place for him to be. It was just a real blessing. You just can go, so it's been really good.
It's not to give a higher style of living. This is to give an adequate style of living. This is to give the bare minimum. We all want a decent floor to walk on, especially our bedrooms of all places.
Filling those basic needs, giving clients a sense of their own space, their own home, is a vision that began in 1985 when Renee Wallace and her husband Stan purchased the Beechnut House. The mission of Vita Living is to provide lifelong services and supports for children and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities, to promote personal growth toward a safe, satisfying, and meaningful life in their community. That mission is a reality today. Vita Living serves more than 500 clients in 7 counties in and around Houston by providing residential living, case management services, and foster companion care services. They're people no different from you or me. In Texas today, the waiting list for these services ranges from 8 to 11 years. Vita Living provides a safe alternative, though they need a lot more help to do it. That's where our friends, the volunteers, come in.
This is actually our first house. So
volunteers are beginning to hear the call. They're giving their time, their talents, and their money, and they're enjoying themselves as they help provide a sense of dignity to Vita Living's clients.
You got to get your own technique. I'll just show you how to get started, and then you guys roll with it. Ready?
Many of our clients, especially the ones in our homes, are so in need of just something to make them smile because they haven't had that as much in their lives as you or I might have. It's the little things that truly count. You know, we get emails, we want to help decorate, we want to help adopt this house, we want to do this project. There's a sense of camaraderie you get from doing something good for others when you're not doing it by yourself.
Something with it, I don't know what.
What's that again?
See, I got on the trim. How do I do some...
Well, just what you do is you tell people that you did that wall.
People, I think, have found that with us and want to do more of it, and we are welcome and hoping that others will want to follow suit.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Volunteering comes in many forms at Vita Living.
How about you sign that one for Catherine?
Lori Tollier shares her scrapbooking skills with Carrie.
Yes, I think that Carrie started off, she wasn't really sure what to write in the cards, and now she fills up the entire card. I think it's fun to see her getting excited about doing it for other people, past what we kind of planned on doing to begin with.
Lori and Carrie now deliver their cards to the Barton House Assisted Living Facility.
Are you Alice?
I am, and you are?
Carrie?
Carrie, wonderful to meet you.
And Carrie, who receives so much loving care from Vita Living, is now serving others and feeling their love come back.
And this is just something that is wonderful for my residents because it sparks that memory of getting mail.
Yeah.
Good.
Opening your mail.
Oh yes, always opening mail. Everybody loves to get mail.
Yes. Can I get a hug, Carrie?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. Oh, thank you.
This guy has an enlarged heart.
Like most volunteers, Dr. Janet Howe has a very busy schedule. She's a veterinarian, but she decided to make time and give back to her community.
And then
Yellow.
yellow.
Oh, that'll be pretty.
Yellow.
At Vita Living, she makes crafts with the clients, and the most important thing she crafts are relationships.
I think Allison and I have gotten to a point where it's really comfortable. It's like seeing a friend. And we don't focus as much on getting the actual project done. We just spend time together.
Dan and Steve have beaten the clock. The floor in Dennis's room is finished, and here comes Dennis.
Dennis, how you doing there, my friend?
Oh, I like that floor.
You do? That's a lot of excitement from Dennis.
Dennis's response tells you everything you need to know about becoming a volunteer at Vita Living.
So this is what you liked?
Yeah, I like it.
Well, you told me you wanted the one piece replaced. The one piece was missing, but I couldn't find the one piece, so I thought this is better. We just replace it all.
Yeah.
When I come over, he shows me his room, and he's just thrilled about it.
The house staff has told me that Dennis has calmed down significantly. He's preoccupied with sweeping his floor versus tearing it up.
Yeah. I got it. You got it? Yeah.
I mean, we changed that whole house.
To volunteer at Vita Living is to discover friendship with fellow volunteers, with staff, and with the clients. Both perfectionists in their own way, Dan and Dennis relate to each other, and they've become friends. As they sit and make cards, Lori and Carrie have become good friends. Janet and Allison, through a simple thing like crafts, they are friends too. That's why volunteers at Vita Living get back so much more than they came here expecting. After all, you've got to have friends.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I think what we've done a good job of and what our organization has set a really great precedence for doing is providing comfortable ways and fun ways for people that have never worked with people with developmental disabilities to do it and have a really good time doing it.
Getting to work with someone like Allison is such a special opportunity, and you would definitely enjoy it.
They want to be normal. They don't want people to treat them differently. They just want to have their room, their habits, their lifestyles, and Vita Living provides that. And that's why I'm there, because I want that to happen. I want it to continue.